Hi guys, I'm here at Zwift Community Live. I made it to Mallorca. Travel wasn't bad at all. I had the first 10-hour stretch from LA to London. That one was tough because it was at 1 p.m. and so I didn't sleep at all because it was at 1 p.m. They also the last time I flew international, I flew Emirates and they wined and dined us. So I was used to that luxury ass experience. This was one meal the first hour into the flight and then literally no other food until the last hour. And I was sitting right behind business class. I was in the peasant seats though, but they were serving business class breakfast and they were getting these trays with fruit. I saw some cheese, little fucking cinnamon rolls, and I was like, that looks good. And I was waiting for them to get back to us, and they get back to us and they gave us a little yogurt cup. That was it. And I was like, God damn it. And so I had an hour and 40-minute layover in London. And I was like, oh, I'll just get something because I was hungry. And I was like, maybe I'll grab, I have snacks though, so I don't know, I'm complaining. But I was like, I'll just grab something on the way to my gate. Girl, I barely fucking made the flight. I was the last one at the gate. They almost didn't let me on the plane. London airport is a fucking disaster. I don't know if that's, actually no, I don't know. I had to change terminals, so that was chaotic. So I had to go from 3 to 5. I had to get on this bus and it took, we drove, how big is this goddamn airport? We drove for 15 solid minutes. We were packed in this bus like sardines. And that was just to get from terminal 3 to 5. And then I had to go through security again. And then it just was taking forever. And then I literally sprinted to the gate. I did make it though. And then the next flight was only 2 hours. And that one wasn't bad, but it was only it was short and I was wound up from sprinting. And so I didn't have I kind of started falling asleep in the last 10 minutes of the flight. So yeah, I haven't slept in 30 hours, I think, at least. I'm also very hungry because I haven't really eaten much. But yeah, landed, luggage all got here, everything's good. I didn't bring my bike, I'm renting a bike here. And then a shuttle took us to, a group of us to the hotel. I think someone said there are 250 people participating in this event, which I think is the perfect amount. Not too many, not too little. I'm really excited. I've already met people from Japan, I think Romania, Kentucky, how exotic, and the UK. So that was cool. But that was been in the first couple hours. I just got here. So anyway, but yeah, this property is sick. This is a very, I know this isn't a hot take, but Mallorca is so such a cycling culture. Getting here, there's just people constantly just everywhere on bikes. And they're not all, at first I was like, oh, they're all here for the Zwift thing. No. People just come here to train. All the people from the UK and other parts of Europe just come down here to train. And I'm I can see why. It is so beautiful and great weather. It's a lot like LA. It feels like LA. It kind of looks like LA, the plants, the foliage. Yeah, I'm super excited to meet everyone. I'm really tired. So I'm hoping I can bounce back because we have dinner. I think I'm trying to kill time right now. So yeah, got to the hotel. I checked in. I got a sick little swag bag from Zwift, which came with, I have some stuff in here, but I got this bag. And then they gave us, of course, water bottles. I also brought my Zwift bottles, They gave us a whole box of Morton gels and bars. They gave us socks, little cycling cap, a jersey, and then a bunch of stickers. So that was super nice. And everyone on the Zwift team is just wonderful. So that was fun. So checked in and then I went and picked up the rental bike and it's a Cube, which I think is a lot bigger in Europe than it is in the US, but it's the most beautiful blue color. I am a little bit bummed though. So I love the bike. It's nice. It's Di2, disc brake, all that. But I did bring my own Garmin mounts, okay? And so I brought both. I have a regular K-Edge Garmin mount and then I have the Insta360 Garmin mount, which has this corkscrew thing on the front so you can screw the camera into it and then record while you're riding. And I was really excited about that. It's gets really good footage. It's because it's filming your surrounding environment, but also it films you and just, I don't know, it's just kind of cool. And I was how awesome would that be to bring that on the iconic roads of Mallorca? And then the guy's yeah, that doesn't work on this bike. And I was fuck. And I'm mad because, well, first of all, I didn't even I know what kind of bike they were gonna give me and I just didn't look into it to see what kind of handlebars were on it. But I'm mad at myself because I definitely have a handlebar mount that works. When I got the camera, it came with all this extra gear. And I know for a fact that I have some sort of handlebar mount that would have worked with the Insta360. I also brought my Ace Pro, which is a GoPro kind of camera. I also brought that, which usually can mount to the bottom of a Garmin mount. But again, couldn't use my Garmin mount, so I can't use that camera either. So that's kind of a big fat bummer. But I was also kind of it sucks, but I also at the same time don't really know what I'm gonna do with that footage. because I'm like, I can take my phone out and get some sick footage too, you know? And the only time that the camera, like the Insta360 cameras would be super nice is like when I'm descending and it's really fast. But I'm getting like, that's gonna get like, who wants to watch 15 minutes of me just descending? I'm not a very good descender anyway, so it's fine. I'll just use my phone. So anyway, we used like the, you know, the rubber band kind of Garmin mount situation where like computer sits on top of the handlebars. They like had a Garmin mount attached with a little Garmin I could have used, but I was like, I don't want to use your Garmin, I want to use my Garmin. So anyway, that's the tea. So like one tiny little hiccup with the bike, but like that's it. Other than that, super cute. I'm a little concerned about the seat. I like sat on it to make sure the height. First of all, the bike shop here, they were so nice, but they put that seat really fucking high. I couldn't even get on the bike, so I like lowered it and then went to sit on it, but I'm in my regular shorts. I'm not in like bibs or anything. And I'm like, seat isn't super comfy. And it might just be because I'm not in bibs, so maybe it'll be better. But I'm like, I got some long rides the next few days, so I'm hoping it's okay. Should have brought my own saddle too. So the things that you don't think about. Just 7 minutes of me blabbing. So yeah, anyway, that was the first day, travel day. That was just like a lot of me yapping, I know. I'll get some footage of the property. I can't remember if I already said this, but the property is sick. Instead of like one big hotel, it's like a bunch of little buildings, and like the ocean is right there. It's super windy today though, by the ocean, so I didn't hang out. It's beautiful though. You can tell the water is so blue and so clear. I brought my wetsuit, so I'm like, hopefully one morning I can get out there and swim. Also, when I was walking over there, there is one building that's the gym. There's a goddamn lap pool in the bottom, like downstairs. Who knew? Like there's an outside pool, but there's an indoor lap pool. I'm like, this is a triathlon paradise. I'm sure that pool probably gets super busy though with all the triathletes that are here. So we'll see if I actually swim. I brought my stuff. Dinner's from 5:30 to 8:30, and I feel weird showing up right at 5:30, but I'm so hungry, so I kind of want to. And I also don't really know, like I know people that are coming to the event, but I like don't know if they're here yet. And I'm like, I don't want to just like show up and be awkward. So that's what we're here for. We're here to make friends. It's about community, okay? I'm gonna eat, and then I'm probably gonna be boring. Like I'm sure people will be having fun, and I am going to get to bed as early as possible. So yeah, I don't really know the plan for tomorrow. I know that there's like, I think we have some meetings and stuff for at least the ambassadors. I don't know when those are or anything. So I don't really know the plan. The world is my oyster. I could ride, I could run, I could swim, I could do all three, I could do none. Just kidding, I'll do something. Anyway, sorry about all the yapping. This was a long clip. Just had a lot to say, I guess. But yeah, I'll get some like sick footage from the rides here. I am so excited. Even though I don't have my awesome cameras, I still do have my Hover Air, my little drone camera that can follow me around and get some footage too. So, you know, anyway, I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. Bye. Sunrise looks so beautiful. All right, I'm in my wetsuit. Okay, the lighting is better in here. Okay, I'm in my wetsuit. I'm about to go out and swim. I don't know how it's gonna go. I think it'll be good. I think the water is really cold. I think it's like 59 degrees, which is like probably what it is at Oceanside, which is this upcoming weekend in California. So that's cold. But I was just so cold last night sleeping because, I mean, there's probably no heat on obviously here, but it got down, I think in like the high 40s. It's just like California, but I only have like a thin sheet on my bed, so I'm like, I need to sleep in like a sweatshirt tonight or something. But it was really hard waking up cold, knowing that I'm about to get into a very cold ocean. So it'll be fun though. I don't know, it looks like beautiful out, so I'm gonna go do that. And then breakfast, and then we have meetings all day. I might squeeze in, I have a recovery run on the schedule for today. My legs kind of hurt. I don't know, they just feel like, they never feel great after flying. So if I don't get that done today, I can do it tomorrow or something. And then we have a shakeout ride like later in the afternoon. So I guess I'll go swim now. Okay, so I went for my swim. It was so beautiful, but so goddamn cold. And then like I only swam 1,000 meters. I probably should have gone further. I woke up a little bit nauseous. I don't know why. I feel fine now, but I woke up a little nauseous, and then getting in the ocean, like the salt water in my mouth and like the waves, I felt seasick. So I just did 1,000, came back in, showered, had breakfast, had a meeting. I just met some of the other Zwift content creator girlies. So we just went for a walk, which was so nice. And then, cause we had a little bit of a break, and now it's lunchtime. So I've got lunch, and then we've got some meetings in the afternoon. And then I think we're going for a little like shakeout ride, little like 20-mile situation, which is great. I didn't want to, it was so cold this morning. Some people went during this break now, but it was like kind of cold. So I'd just rather go in the afternoon. And then dinner. So yeah, it's so beautiful here. I'll get some footage walking around property. One of the other content creators. Good morning. It is officially day one of Zwift Community Live. Technically, in my head, yesterday was day one, but classic me vlogging, I like forgot to film everything, but went for a swim, had some meetings, and then we went for a little shakeout ride. It was just 25 miles on mostly like flat roads, but it's so fucking pretty here. It's just like green rolling hills. Today we're going up in the mountains, so it's like, how many landscapes are there? But yeah, there wasn't really like much to film. I got some good like content for Instagram, but just like a lot of meetings. They're all very like good, like very inspirational, motivational, which was like so awesome. So anyway, today we're doing, I'm gonna butcher this, but the route is called Puig Major, P-U-I-G space Major. So I think it's about, everything's in kilometers and meters here. And all of the like stuff they're giving us is all in kilometers and meters, but I think it's like about 80 miles with like 6,000 to 7,000 feet of climbing. So yeah, and it's like a huge, I think there's like 250 people here, and I think most are trying to do the long ride, and I'm like, hopefully it's not sketchy, because I don't know, you know, riding with people you don't know can always be a little scary. So anyway, hopefully I'll get some cool footage. I might bring my GoPro with me in my pocket. Since the Insta360, I obviously can't bring that, but I have my little Ace Pro camera, I might bring that. So I will update after the ride. I've been the worst about filming this vlog, per usual. Yesterday we did Puig Major. It was really hard. It was so beautiful. So it started out mostly very flat, which was nice, like a little warm up until we got to the climb, and it's just like in the mountains. I got some good footage. I'm sure I will include that in this video. It's just, yeah, it was unbelievable. Kind of died. I haven't been like riding much. I tried to like stay with this group and they were going a little too fast. Like, it's just like one of those things where your ego doesn't want to give up and you're like, I can hang on. And then yeah, that's tough. But yeah, it was fun. We came back, took a dip in the ocean, sans wetsuit. It's very cold. It felt great on the feet and the legs after that ride. And then I took a shower. We had a beer and then had dinner. And then today we did a flatter ride. It was 72 miles and like 3,000 feet of climbing. So that was it was like rolling hills. And then we had like one climb at the end to a monastery. And that was really, really, really pretty. I really enjoyed today's ride. We were back a little earlier, so took another dip in the ocean, and then I went for like, there's a pool here. I think I already said that. I went for some laps in the pool. Not a lot, just to like shake the legs out. I'm a little worried about tomorrow. Tomorrow's like the big day. Saw Calobra, which is, oh gosh, I don't even remember. I think it's like 80 miles, and then I'll follow up after with the exact amount, but it might be like 7,000 to 8,000 feet of climbing. It's not gonna be easy, and I just like, this many days in a row of big rides is hard for me because I never do this, so we'll see how it goes. But it's been so fun. It's been so fun meeting everyone, like getting to meet all the other like Zwift social media ambassadors has been so fun. Everyone's so nice. Just like meeting all the other like Zwift people who are here. Like, we're hanging out with people from all over the world. So that's just been really cool. And now I've got all these friends all over the world. So yeah, just showered clearly, and I'm gonna go, I think we're gonna have another beer by the pool, have dinner, and then hopefully go to bed early. I slept for 9 hours last night and my Garmin sleep score was only a 60. I only had one, I don't even think I finished my beer. I had one beer like earlier in the night. So I don't think the alcohol affected my sleep. I don't know what did, but anyway, tomorrow is the last day and then I'll head home on Monday, and sad to leave. It was a very short trip for such a long flight, but I will update tomorrow. Good morning from the last day of Zwift Community Live. Today is the big day. We're doing Calobra. I am exhausted. My body battery is low. I think it was like 40 when I woke up, and my training readiness score is a 1 according to my Garmin. So I'm killing it. I did have like 2 glasses of wine last night. I'm sure that didn't help. But this other girl that I met here, she's like, oh, my body battery is like a 94 and all this stuff. And she's like, yeah, I had 2 glasses of wine and a beer last night. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm just like super out of shape, I guess. Anyway, yeah, super excited to go do this climb. My legs are very sore and I might die, but you know, it's worth it, right? I've been debating bringing this camera on the rides. A lot of people have been bringing their cameras and getting like sick pictures and stuff, but I like don't wanna, it's not like, I also have my GoPro and like that's waterproof, you know? And like this camera is kind of expensive and it's not, like I don't think it's water resistant or anything. So I'm like, I don't wanna put it in my jersey pocket and sweat all over it. So I hope that the footage I'm getting is good, but who knows? So I will follow up at the end. Here we go. I'm back home. As you can see, I forgot to film after Calobra. I included some clips. It was so beautiful. It was definitely number 1, I think, for the most beautiful rides I have ever done. It was hard. It was more climbing than the ride we did on the first day, but it felt easier. The first day, I kind of just, I don't know if I went too hard or something. And then on Calobra day, I took it a lot easier. So it was like pretty much flat-ish on the way there. We did like a little climb up, regrouped, and then you kind of climb up again. Then you descend all the way down to Calobra, which is like the ocean, and then come back up. So the coming back up part is like the hard part. I forget how much elevation you gain, but it's not a lot of miles, but it's a lot of elevation. But it's so beautiful. It's just like all these switchbacks, and the mountains are so pretty, and you're getting views of like the like switchback roads below you, and the mountains and the ocean. And the road is just full of cyclists. I've never seen so many cyclists in my entire life. So it was a great ride. I had a great time. Got back, jumped in the ocean per usual, had dinner. That was the last night, and it was sad to leave everyone, but our fireside chat that night was Chris Hoy and Mark Cavendish. I can't remember if I said this in another video yet. I guess I can clip this out if I did, but Mark Cavendish was the surprise guest on the second night. So we had on our itinerary that we were having a fireside chat. And so for the other days, they had like listed out who would be speaking at the fireside chat. And on this day, there wasn't anyone listed. And so we're like, that's suspicious. And then Mark Cavendish was posting on his Instagram story that he was in Mallorca. And so everyone was like freaking out. It was so cool to meet him. Yeah, I met him after his fireside chat, and then when we finished Calobra, we got back to the hotel, he was just like standing out front chit-chatting with people. Super nice. So yeah, that was the last night. It was him and Chris Hoy. Chris Hoy is very inspirational. So that was amazing. And then I had to wake up so early to go to the airport. Got home, and then last week I was extremely jet lagged, which is weird. I feel like normally I'm not jet lagged. I was just falling asleep really early every night and then waking up at like 4, just like alert. And then I'm back to normal now. But yeah, anyway, I'm back home. The trip was amazing. They said there were 300 people from 35 different countries at this event. Incredible. I think there were 15 to 20 influencers total. Everyone was so nice. I was very nervous because I'd never been on a trip like this before. I'm calling it like a brand trip. I don't know if it's technically what you would call it, but you know, you hear about these horror stories of people on TikTok who go on brand trips and they're like, everyone was so mean, blah, 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 blah. But no, I mean, we're cyclists, so everyone was awesome, obviously. But it was just so cool. And it's like, now I've got friends from London, Australia, Thailand, Japan, and it was just an incredible experience. If you have the opportunity to go to Mallorca, I highly recommend it. There's just so much. It's such a diverse island. There'd be like flat countrysides, little Spanish like villages, delicious coffee, beautiful mountains, beaches. It had it all. It really had it all. I hope that they do this event every year. It kind of seems like something that they are going to continue to do. And so hopefully, I don't know if it'll be in the same place every year. I don't mind going back. I will go back. And yeah, it was a lot of riding. I think I rode 270 miles for the whole week, which for me is a lot. Usually I'm averaging like 100 to 150 a week. So that was good though, because I had all my running fitness from the marathon, and then now I have all my cycling fitness from the trip. So I'm ready to go. And if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I got off the wait list. We're going to St. George, guys. I could not be more excited. I love that race so much. And it is in less than 4 weeks now. So currently training for that. I'm sure I'll have some vlogs about St. George. I love St. George. I love this race. Yes, I've only done it one time, okay? But I don't know, it's just, I love Utah. It's so pretty there. And I don't know, logistically, it just like, it's a great race. I love it. And it's got climbing, it's got views. So if you're doing St. George, I'll see you there. That's the tea for now. And then I'm going back to Spain for my friend's wedding at the end of May. So a lot of things going on, very exciting things. And then, yeah, I don't know what other races I might do. I think I've talked about this on YouTube already, but I might do the San Diego International at the end of June. And then maybe Boise 70.3 at the end of July. I haven't fully committed to it yet. Like I wanna do it. Boise's not that far away. I just like don't really wanna fly for a race. It's just a pain in the ass. I don't have very many vacation days left at work either because of all the trips that I'm taking. So I'm like, that's another reason. And also, like, I do want to go home this summer. I want to go back to Ohio. I'm going to Hilton Head to visit Jordan's family and for the 4th of July. But like, I do want to go home to Ohio at some point. And then I don't want to like have to be super stressed about training while I'm there. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this Mallorca vlog. I'm hoping it comes together well after I'm done editing it. It felt very sporadic. I've got clips on this camera, on my phone, on my GoPro, so just like a lot going on. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and stick around. Like I said, some exciting St. George vlogs hopefully coming up soon. And I'll see you guys in the next video.